Beautiful Taurians, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for June 2022. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details and I'll never ask you for personal details either. So if anyone masquerading as me asks you for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Taurians, this is your monthly reading for June. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I transmute an outcome for you. But the new moon is in Gemini, and that's all about communication. It's a very important month for provoking thought, drawing your attention to situations or conversations where you felt like you did not express yourself fully, and making adjustments so that you make yourself fully clear in the future. So this is about you being understood, no misunderstandings or no mixed signals, okay? Also, this is a very important time for focusing on goals, dreams, but also that element of duality when it comes to Gemini, to find an alternative way of achieving something, being really flexible. Now also, that Gemini energy brings a lot of exciting, adventurous energy as well, a lot of fun. So you may be trying to find that balance between work and play. We have the super full moon in Sagittarius on the 14th of June, which actually inspires you to believe in yourself, okay? This is about searching for hitting the mark or making your mark in some way, searching for a starting point in some area to sort of catapult you. I keep getting this energy of springboarding yourself somewhere. There's definitely movement in your chart for the month of June. But this is about you sort of assessing where you've been so far in life, where you are right now and where you want to go. So June will be, you'll feel called to reconnect with your path, as it were, and also to appreciate the accomplishments that you've already achieved, because we tend to, as humans, only focus on the way ahead. So we look forward, and as soon as we focus and then accomplish something and we've hit our target, we're on to the next. We're always looking to the future, and we don't really appreciate or pat ourselves on the back for what we've accomplished in that moment. Now, you may also feel connected to, you may also feel called to connect to friends that you haven't seen for a while, and sort of like, as I said, inject more fun into your schedule. Now, also, the 2 houses that are connected for you in particular, we have the 2nd house, which is all about value, property, possessions, and how you value yourself. So it really connects to you, Taurus. We've had your new moon there a little while ago, and that was all about you sort of setting healthy boundaries and valuing yourself and getting what you truly desire in terms of accomplishing goals and working really hard and being rewarded for it. Oh wow, how would you like to receive? Thank you so much. Now, just to let you know, I'm only taking the uprights in this deck. We also have the Judgment card there. Now also, your 8th house is activated, which is all about, surprise, surprise, money, cash. It is about finances, but it's also about you protecting your finances, you know, paying off bills and things like that. If you're making a bigger purchase, for example. So the whole month for you in particular is focused on financial matters or protecting what you have already gained. So, you know, we got the Justice card and we've got the Force card. So looking at this so far, you know, I'm going to do a Celtic cross for you as well, just to get some details. But so far, I can see here that you're having a moment of clarity on a difficult situation that you've been trying to weigh up, and you're trying to have the courage or trying to be strong to make a decision. But the thing is, you don't want to make the wrong decision in this situation, whatever that is. Whether it is you want to change a job or a career, or you want to change where you live. The Judgment card is a calling card. So it's where you feel truly at home, or where you feel you fit in. The Judgment card is about a sudden moment of clarity where you are connected to your life's purpose. And because it's in the resistance position here, it can mean that right now you feel that either you're going through a period of self-doubt, or you feel rejected from your prosperity, or there's some sort of blockage or stagnation where you feel you just can't get over something. And you may be actually finding, like, the truth of matter, you may be finding the root of the cause for this energy to be stuck. And I feel like you're making a decision to change your circumstances for the better. On the other side, I feel like you're getting some really good karma, okay? Now let's get straight to the cards. We've got the one who yearns. Okay, so your heart is obviously yearning for something other, something to change. Perhaps you're stuck in that sort of work habit. You're committed to your work life, but you feel that your dedication, your hard work, you're working towards something, but you always feel like you're on that treadmill of life, and you're wondering, what else is there? The yearning tells me that there's something that you feel is a little bit missing. Now, it's interesting that you have actually come up with that energy too, because I did a Scorpio reading and they've got the same sort of placements, but in different sectors of their chart. So in June in particular, their second house and eighth house is also activated because, of course, you are opposing signs. But their sort of eighth house is starred first and yours is starred second. So I feel that there's definitely some energy where you're both sort of complementing each other in a way where you feel like there's something other to be experienced in life, and you just haven't put your finger on the button right now. You feel like you're not quite there yet. It says here, yearn, longing, pine for, desire. Okay, it actually says desiree. Okay, so I feel like this is about you finding your passion or finding your true life's purpose. Really connecting to that soul song of yours in order to connect to something that you feel is missing. Whether it's you feel fun is missing, whether it is that you haven't quite accomplished a goal and you feel like something's missing, you will find the root cause of that in June and you will do something about it, okay? Because the Justice card basically says you find a solution to something that's causing you a bit of a problem or a bit of a headache, okay? But you're yearning for something and you may be trying to use your intuition to get to where you want to go. Now, when one is yearning, doesn't mean they're not positive. I feel like you're trying to be optimistic about this because you know that there is change coming. You know that you are in control of your destiny and you're making adjustments in order to break the chains of anything that's holding you back. So I feel like, there's an energy here as well. This person is sitting right at the top of a mountain, okay? And I feel like there's an energy here of it's lonely at the top. So you're working towards success, but it means you have to have super focus and sort of not have distractions in other areas of your life. So I feel like sometimes you feel like you're this lone wolf just on this mission, and you're kind of like, you've got a target, of course, but it feels like you can't drop the ball, okay? It feels like you've got a lot of responsibility at this time, but your heart is yearning for something else. So it may mean that you feel you're not quite connected to your calling, your true calling just yet, or you feel like you're on your calling, you're on your true life's purpose path, but you feel like it's a difficult journey. You may feel there's been a lot of hardships along the way. You may have felt, as I said, self-doubt or rejection in some area, and you just feel like it's an uphill slog. But I do feel like there's peace. Peace is coming, peace of mind. And with the Sun card here, you still got your eye on success, okay? As you can see here, we've got like a full moon eclipse right there. I feel like you may have been spun off with that Scorpio full moon eclipse that we've just experienced. Even though we've gone into that new moon in Gemini, some of the energy from that super moon, that full moon eclipse, will still be felt. And I feel the yearning, it just seems like for me, I can just feel this energy that the yearning is connected to a dream or a goal. I mean, it may be that, you know, you're yearning to find love. It may be that you're yearning to find the right job opportunity, or you're yearning to find a soul tribe because you're feeling a little bit lonely in terms of friendships and things. But whatever it is, I feel like you find a solution. It's suddenly you have like an epiphany moment. The Sun card is all about light, illumination, becoming clear, and realizing like a revelation in some area of your life. The Sun is also, you know, happiness, joy, an outcome that is very, very successful. So I feel like you are still on track to make your mark. You're not giving up on something. The Sun is things are blossoming, things are starting to flourish, and you're starting to see them flourish. But it's really been a bit of a test of faith for you. It really has. You've literally had to move mountains to get to where you are right now. So your guides want you to be aware to celebrate yourself, to actually, you know, pat yourself on the back. You know, you've accomplished so much so far. And don't forget, we've all been going through a major pandemic, so things have been even more difficult in some areas, and for others, you know, it has been a little bit easier. For example, you know, well, I don't want to say it's been easier, because those who have children know that when you work from home because you were locked down and things like that, it's not easier. It's about managing time more effectively. You become a superhuman. Okay, so I feel with the Sun card energy, this is about you having a fortuitous time. They keep giving me this word fortitude. So I didn't know whether to say fortitude or fortuitous. Okay, but that means like prosperous, good luck, that sort of energy. So I feel like this is you becoming aware that there's something that you've been trying to accomplish, but something just feels like it's missing, or something feels like you haven't quite reached it yet, but you're on track. Okay, you've come a long way. Now we've also got the one who hesitates. This is in the resistance position. Excuse me, which tells me with the Justice card, sorry, with the Judgment card here, this is either you delayed your sort of life's purpose path or your true calling, or you came to it later in life. And there's no right or wrong way. You discover the path when you are meant to, okay? So don't beat yourself up. Have compassion for yourself. But it says the one who hesitates, ponder, delay, confidence. So they're showing here that you have had a lack of confidence or self-doubt recently, whether that's come from a rejection, or perhaps sometimes you feel like you're not enough in some area. Or if you feel like you're not accomplishing something in the time frame that you're hoping for, you may be looking inwards thinking, what's wrong with me? What am I doing that's not getting me where I want to go? Is there something wrong? Do I have to change something? There's nothing wrong. It's all about divine timing. Okay, everyone gets their just desserts or their karma when it is supposed to arrive. But I feel this has spun you into a little bit of nervousness or a little bit of worry, and it may even have made you feel a little bit unmotivated, wondering, am I truly on the right path? You know, if things are not working out or it feels so difficult, perhaps, you know, the challenge means I'm going in the wrong direction. But I feel like you're actually going in the right direction. Okay, the Judgment card in this position also means stagnation, or, you know, a pause, or trying to self-evaluate. You're reaching for something better, something greater. You're trying to accomplish new things, which means you must release anything that sort of blocks your path. That includes like low self-confidence. I know that's easier said than done, my beautiful Taurians, but you know, I feel this is about you having a revelation in June that really helps you take a leap of faith, that helps you launch yourself into something spectacular. Also the Judgment card, I feel like this, you're getting second wind, like a second chance at something. So all is not lost. They're actually giving me the word bravery in the water, bravery. So whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, either it's something that is really difficult to achieve, or there's a lot of competition for it, or you've already been sort of like knocked down by a rejection in some area, or you're passed over for an opportunity and you feel it's gone elsewhere, that you've missed this opportunity. They're indicating something is coming back around and you're going to be so happy that it did. Okay, now the final card here we've got is the one who dreams. Escape fantasy, dreams. Okay, so manifestation is key to accomplishing great things, of course. Okay, they were just giving me a song and it just went away for a moment. Oh gosh, you know, I know the song actually. It's a very famous song. But the lyrics are really muffled. It's it's Madonna's Vogue. Okay, I'm sure of it. I mean, I'm not, I would say I'm like 97% sure of it, but they haven't given me any lyrics right now. It's just like, it feels like it's in a tunnel right now where it's really far away, but it's coming like closer, and then it goes away again. So unless it comes back and I can like identify it for sure and give you the lyrics, then I can't go with that. So I do apologize. I shouldn't have even mentioned it, but I always have to mention what I hear or see when I'm scrying, okay? Now, I feel like, as you can see with this figure, you know, it's looking outwards. There's something here that you've been pondering or trying to, you know, connect to, but you always feel like it's over there. I feel like there's a stepping stone or a springboard, because they're actually showing me this it's like a lump of rock or wood there. It's almost like you're about to springboard onto something, whether it's a new idea or whether it is a new opportunity. I feel like there is movement in your June energy, and the moon is so important. So that super full moon in Sagittarius is going to be very, very important for you. That's the 14th of June, okay? And that's about you believing in yourself, knowing that you're evolving and that circumstances are shifting in your favor. So I feel this is about you sort of like being called to connect the things that your heart yearns for, and taking that leap of faith, knowing that if your heart yearns for it, then it is your true calling. You know, sometimes we have a head over heart battle, and we feel we don't want to make the wrong move. So when that happens, it's really important to sit with yourself in silence for a while to really listen to your heart, because it does whisper sometimes, and we've built a very, very loud world where, you know, we're distracted with social media, we're distracted with noise, cars, trains, you know, it's such a noisy, busy, sort of like frenetic energy that humans seem to have built around us. It somehow dampens our inner voice. So take some time to actually connect to that, okay? Now we've got the Justice card. So this is all about getting what you deserve, what you feel is right, and you know, you putting some energy into whatever it is you feel is your calling. So if I was reading these cards like at grassroots, I would say suddenly you've got some energy, you feel really revitalized, you are doing things that are aligned with your heart, you're overcoming any fear of like obstacles or failure, and anything that you lost out on before, you're forgetting about it because you're investing your time and your energy in the right things, and you will get a fair recompense. There will be a win-win situation here for you. You're finding a solution and you feel empowered. You feel like you can take on the world. The chains are broken, the energy is there, and you've got the courage to go after whatever it is you set your heart on, okay? So with the Justice card, I feel like you're weighing up your options though. You're really thinking things through in order to find a solution or to make a decision. So a decision does need to be made. So it can mean that, for example, you may be thinking, okay, you had a dream opportunity that you, or a dream job that you really wanted to connect to, but right now circumstances are difficult, so you may feel you have to take another job in order to pay the bills, and it may not be the job that you love doing, or your heart's not fully into it, but you feel this is a sort of a bridging stopgap until such time as you can come back around to your true calling and then reconnect to that. But I feel here that this is about you doing what is right for your circumstances right now and thriving, being really, really successful, because of, they're giving me this energy, wherever you are, be the soul of that place. Okay, Taurus, so I mean, that really does connect to the yearning card, because wherever you are, be the soul of that place, because wherever you are in that given moment, you can never be anywhere else. So you may as well be fully present and whole, and be the soul of that place in that moment, okay? Because anything else is wasted energy, where we feel like, so for example, you know, if someone invited you out for the night and you're like, oh, don't really want to go, but you decided to go anyway, okay? And you know, there's no point in thinking, I wish I was sitting on my sofa right back at, you know, at home, I wish I'd never come, and be focusing on being somewhere else. You're out now, you've sort of committed to this moment, to this event. You may as well enjoy it to its entirety, okay? And if you can't enjoy it fully, find moments to be really positive about and connect to that, or, you know, explore in your circumstances. So I feel like they're trying to ground you and say to be present, enjoy the moment, no matter where you are. You can never be anywhere else. Of course, when we are manifesting our goals and dreams, always see yourself there, accomplishing it, doing whatever it is you set out to do. And also we've got the Force card. which is wonderful. It's number 11 in this deck. Normally, you know, the two cards are different. Normally the Justice card is number 11 and the Force card, the Courage card, Strength card is number 8. So they're flipped. So this is about you being honest with yourself and trying to find a solution, but reflecting on the right path to take. And the Force card is all about courage, taking that leap of faith to break the chains, anything that's been holding you back, whether it's low self-esteem, low confidence, you know, oh wow, thank you so much, I'm truly grateful. So it's almost like, well, they're showing me someone whispering in an ear, okay? So either you're listening to this reading and someone's just whispered to you like, hey, Taurus, you got a minute or whatever. I'm not really sure, but I felt someone come to my ear. So please take that as it resonates. But I also feel like it's almost like my guides are giving a secret, like the whole human race is nervous about failure. The whole human race has confidence issues. The whole human race has moments of feeling like, what if they're not enough? Or what if it doesn't work out? And if we are all collectively feeling the same way, it means we're all focusing inwards and we're not worried about what other people are doing. So I feel like this is about you being empowered. I don't feel like, Taurus, you ever worry about what other people think about you, but I feel this is about, it's almost like the confidence that you need, it's available because collectively we're all worried anyway. So you may as well just sort of like go, you know what, to hell with it, let's jump in. It can only go right or it can only be a learning curve. There's no such thing as failure, only a learning curve of how to do it another way the next time. If you think about, I always say this, if you think about the great minds of our time who created incredible things that we use today or even take for granted today, you know, they didn't wake up one morning and go, okay, I know exactly how to do this. They woke up and went, got an idea. I'm going to try this out. Okay, that didn't work. Next day, that didn't work yesterday, so let's try this one. That one didn't work either. 2 years later, eureka, they got their moment and they created something that the world has value for and has use for. And that is you also, Taurus. Whatever your ideas, your dreams, your goals, they have value. So remember, it may take a while to get to your accomplishment point, but you're the sort of person who is tenacious. You're still on target, especially with that spear right there. But I feel like you're breaking chains to anything that has been holding you back, including yourself. And we all tend to get in our own way at some point, okay? So I really feel like you're empowered in June. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Taurians? What do they need to know? I'm just going to go and do a Celtic cross for you. I really feel like you've sacrificed a lot for where you are right now. And that's why you get a little bit disappointed that you feel, either you feel like you should have been further on your path than you are, but everything happens in divine timing. So they're indicating, don't worry about it, okay? I know easier said than done, but I feel you're going to find some sort of solution. You're going to be inspired to influence your circumstances in some way in June that really is for your highest good, okay? And there's a lot of accomplishment there. Wow. Okay, so I've only just started your Celtic cross. You've got the King of Wands and you've got the Ace of Wands as a crossing point. So that means the challenge. So the challenge could be inspiration, or you haven't lost your motivation, your drive, or your energy for something recently. But because the Ace of Wands in this position, you read both sides. So the challenge is you may have gone through some sort of disappointment or some sort of rejection or a delay on something, and it feels really brutal. It feels like you've got all the energy to get going, but once you start to get going, the opportunity is not there. And then when you feel lethargic or like powerless in a situation, all of a sudden the opportunity arises. So I feel you're in this stop-start kind of energy. The Four of Cups tells me that there's a little bit of boredom going on with either routine or you feel that something has been unrewarding. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Taurians? Six of Pentacles. Thank you so much. You give so much of yourself. We've got the Nine of Pentacles here, so definitely some finances rising here. Finances are looking good, but I feel you're being really resourceful with your finances. You're making sure that you got enough for you and you're not overspending, especially with world circumstances as they are. I feel like that's a very, very wise decision. We've got the Judgment card here again. This is in the near future. So as I said, the challenge, you've got the Judgment card in the challenge position, which feels, it's like you're calling. It just feels like it's like pulling you, but you're asking yourself, or you're doubting the path. You're doubting something here. You're going to get confirmation. In June, there is confirmation that you are on the right path. We've got the Death card there for advice to yourself. Wow. We've also got the Emperor energy. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. These are some powerful cards, Taurus. You know, we always tend to feel a little bit like, how can I put this? Just before success, it's almost like we've been tunneling away for a long time. And we start to question and get tired of the tunneling and think, oh, are we ever going to get there? And there's always like that, there's like a cartoon or an animated sort of picture where the person's just at the very end of the tunnel where they're about to break through to the other side, and they go, you know what, tell this, forget it. I've been doing this for years. You know, I must be crazy. I don't know why I'm still doing it. And they were that close to having a breakthrough, but they let go of the ball. They drop the ball. But I feel like you're not doing that. You're going to accomplish something that, you know, you've thought about giving up on. You know, they want me to go one more, so I will. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Oof, your dedication to your dreams is, have faith. I would say have faith. Your dedication to your dreams is definitely going to pay off here, okay? Let me just pop those back. Now, the heart of the matter. This is you. Okay, very passionate, very good at what you do, very talented, someone who has, you know, you're in a position to change your circumstances, because the King of Wands is someone who has a lot of experience, who's really good, has a lot of passion, takes the initiative, doesn't sit back and let life happen for you. You actually happen to life. You go out there and you happen to things. That's you. You've got a lot of vitality. You're also really bold. But the thing is, you know, once you're hitting your stride and then all of a sudden you get a knockback, or you feel like the world throws you another curveball, all of a sudden you feel like the energy is, it's almost like the wind in your sails is just taken out of you, okay? But with the King of Wands, they're indicating that you are an influencer, okay? Whether you're wanting to be an influencer on social media, or whether you are wanting to influence your journey in some way, I feel like you can take the initiative and be confident that your abilities can see your vision through to the very end. You don't become closed off to any ideas though, because sometimes when we've got a certain way of doing things, we can close ourselves off to ideas. And they really want you to be aware that sometimes we can find an alternative route to what we want to achieve that is actually easier than how we've been doing it before. So it doesn't mean you're going to, you know, change your goal or change. You're just changing the way you approach it. Okay, it could be a new way of thinking. It could be a new way of, you know, activating something, or you're motivated to sort of do things in a different way in order to get a better result. Also with the King of Wands, some of you, the thing that you've got in your vision is either setting, you know, yourself a goal of reaching a powerful position, or, you know, it could be you want to be a leader, or, you know, in a position to be like a CEO of a company, maybe your own company, or you actually have your own company. There's an energy here of you wanting to be at the top, okay, wanting to reach the top. And I just keep getting this energy of, but once you reach the top, you're feeling a little bit unfulfilled. Something isn't quite right, okay? So I feel like you are searching for inspiration, and inspiration is coming towards you, but right now you're feeling a little bit like, you know, been there, done that, got the t-shirt. It's not sparking anything, okay? You may be sort of really requiring a new journey or a new adventure, but I still feel like you're holding on to a vision or an idea, something that, I mean, you could be called to like do a new project, or a new opportunity comes in. Ace of Wands tends to be an opportunity suddenly arriving from the universe, being bestowed a gift, an enterprising idea, or you having an original idea that's starting to formulate, starting to bud. And it's a brilliant spark of wonder. And I feel like if you felt like you were all fresh out of ideas for a while, June is a really good month for you to just all of a sudden, you know what you're doing, and it transforms everything. These two cards together indicates that you have incredible power to transform your circumstances. But the thing is, whenever you get a knockback, as I said, it takes the wind out of your sails. It may take a while for you to recover. But remember, there's no such thing as failure. There's no such thing as an opportunity that you missed out on, because whatever is meant for you will never pass you by, okay? Also, I feel, as you can see those clouds, a difficult period has been experienced by you, and out of the blue you find a solution, okay? When you get this card, this is a card that reminds you, dream big, because you are capable of achieving whatever it is you set out to do, okay? You've got the idea, you've got the vision, you've got the passion, you've got the smarts to create a plan, and you've got, you know, great communication skills, and you're dreaming big. You've got that water element as well, where you're connecting to those dreams, and you've got what it takes to turn those dreams into reality, okay? What is below you? You're feeling like something's missing, or you feel like you're just bored, okay? You're feeling a little bit of apathy. Everything that's gone before, it's just felt like, I don't know, it feels like it's not emotionally fulfilling. Or, as you can see, this figure here is closed off, a little bit closed off. You look at the body language, completely closed off, because it's like same old, done that, just no, I just don't want it. But the universe is actually coming on in with something greater, something better, something more rewarding. Whenever you get like a Four of Cups, this is like an omen that something is like, you know, making you feel disappointed, or has broken down, or in some way feel saturated, and you're just seeking inspiration or seeking something other. You don't even know what that is yet, but I feel like you're going to find it. Something that you've been expecting that didn't show up is going to show up in your world, okay? It's going to be a wonderful surprise, and I feel like it leads you to something greater, something that you've been hanging on for, wishing for a while. When I hold this card, I just keep getting a flash of a word, which is hope. 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 But it keeps flashing in and out. So it's almost like one moment you're hoping, the next minute you're like, what's the point? Then you're hoping again, and you're like, what's the point? So I feel like there's this push and pull energy that I'm picking up with this. But I feel like you're going to be pleasantly surprised in June in particular. Now, in the past, we've got the Six of Pentacles, which tells me that you are someone who gives your all to situations, and you may be fed up of just always giving your all and either being taken advantage of, or feeling like, you know, you put everything in and what is it you're getting out. So I feel like you're really sort of readjusting yourself to focus a little bit more on you, not in a selfish way, but in a way where you're like, you know what is it I want to do? So if you've had a lot of responsibility, because they're showing me the Emperor there in the response, well, it's the exterior circumstances energy. You've had a lot of responsibilities, and you may have felt like all these responsibilities and all these distractions and all these little things that you've got to do are taking you away from your true calling, whatever you feel that is. So I feel like you want to be back on track. And that's what I feel June is for you. It brings you back on track, and something more rewarding is something to celebrate, okay? Now, also, you may have been hoping for some really good karma, and you may have felt like it did not show up. You may have felt like there were better days in the past, because this is a card of, you know, a past position. Now, they're actually showing me that because of your generosity, because of your wonderful nature, you're actually been gifted. It's almost like a boomerang. You're getting something really awesome coming back towards you because of your generosity of spirit. Because, you know, you tend to be someone, when you've got a little bit, you give a little bit of money. If someone needs it, you gift in terms of finances. It's almost like distributing the goodness, okay? So I feel that is... the fair recompense for that is you're getting an opportunity. I feel like it's financial, but I will pull a card on that just to make sure, because I feel, especially with your placements, the 8th house and the 2nd house, that's all about value, money, property, what you own, and protecting yourself in terms of finances. I feel like you are listening to hunches, and in terms of what you have and building a solid foundation, okay? In the potential position, we've got the 9 of Pentacles, being able to save a lot more than you spend. This is a card of being very disciplined, being self-reliant, okay? And also living a bit more of a luxurious lifestyle. You know, Taurus, you're the sort of person, you'd buy something that was perhaps expensive, but not sort of like, you're not splashing the cash all over the place, but you would buy something of quality, not quantity. So you'd rather spend more money on something that was expensive, but it would last, rather than buying lots of different cheap things that break all the time, because you see that as not an investment. You're always looking at things like, is it an investment of my time? Is this worth my time? And does it feel good to be involved in whatever this thing is? And if it doesn't, and if it's not working, I feel like you're checking yourself out of those scenarios, okay? You tend to rely on yourself heavily, and I feel this is about you sort of like being discerning about the company that you keep or the situations that you involve yourself in. They're just showing me how elegant you are as well. I feel like they've done this before in the reading. They've actually just given me in the water, fabulous, fabulous. So, I mean, maybe this is going to be a really fabulous month, or you're going to feel fabulous in the month of June. Whenever you get a Nine of Pentacles, this talks about richness, but also educating yourself on finances of, you know, for example, world circumstances, especially when we've got a Judgment card there. It can mean, you know, you have a hunch about something, and with the Emperor energy, you may be reaching out to people in, you know, authority, for example, who have good advice to give you regarding your finances, or you could be actually just, you got a hunch about something in business yourself and you're bang on point. Listen to your intuition, okay? But this is having financial freedom in the month of June. As you can see, being able to spend a little, but keeping a lot for yourself. So I feel like you're holding back a little as well. But I feel in that holding back, you may feel like you're not free, or you may feel like you're tied to something. And what I mean by is, if you are working really hard to, save to purchase a house, or save to be comfortable, for example, you may feel like things like going out, having fun, going to a restaurant, having dinner, or going to the cinema, or whatever. You know, you're looking at certain bills, and like, should I stretch to that? And then if the answer is no, then you may be like, oh, it just seems like you're on a treadmill. So they are indicating, you know, of course, if you've got a little bit of money or time, for example, to invest in yourself, to make sure that you give yourself a little reward, okay? Because the Nine of Pentacles, she tends to reward herself, okay? And, you know, has like little treats occasionally that makes her feel a little bit more free, or a little bit more like she's enjoying life, and it's not just you with your nose to the grindstone. For those of you who are not working, for example, and you're looking for an opportunity, I do feel like there is an opportunity to connect to a real passion project coming in that is attached to more money, that gives you a lot more freedom, a lot more money than in the past. In the past position, we got Six of Pentacles. We're heading towards the Nine of Pentacles, okay? So that's very important to remember. Your money is multiplying. So if you're looking for an opportunity, there's definitely one coming on in, a surprise opportunity, and it's something creative, something that you can really express yourself at. But I feel like you're getting like a dream job, or it's not like everything else. It's something that is other, okay? It's something that stands out from the crowd. Now, also we've got the Judgment card. It's in the sort of near future position. This is your true calling. This is the wake-up call. This is the revelation, the realization, but it's also a second wind. So some of you may be getting, some of you may be sort of, after a period of taking some time out, you may be returning to work, in going to the workspace, or you may be sort of leaving an old life behind, or an old lifestyle behind, in order to embrace something new. As you can see, they're all sort of naked. They're like renewing their energy. They're like feeling free, listening to their hunches, listening to their inner calling, and they're actually coming out of like, well, I think the history of the card is that they're coming out of coffins. So it's like leaving something that's dead in the water, or something that was containing their bright brilliance is being left behind. So this is a revelation. This is a resurrection of something. So maybe you are connecting to a hobby to earn more money, and actually your hobby ends up being your main squeeze job, because you're so good at what you do and you're so inspired, and there's more money coming on in. This could also be that with the Judgment card, this is your true prosperity, aligning yourself to and sort of stepping forward, taking action, and connecting to that sort of blueprint that you've already formulated as a plan to get to where you want to go. I feel like this is you having purpose. okay? You listening to that calling, having that purpose, and really sort of like evolving. I feel like there's an evolution here. I'm going to pull a quick card on that just to see what's coming out there for you with that Judgment card. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Taurians? What do they need to know? We've got the Fool card in the... Wow. We got the Fool card in the reverse, and we've got the Six of Cups. So they're indicating here something that you were reluctant to take a leap of faith on, or you were worried about doing something new, whether it is your career path or whether it is... These readings are not about love, they're about the monthlies, but if love comes up, I will mention it, and I'll mention something to do with love right at the end there, because there is an energy coming through. But with the Fool card, it's like you were worried, you didn't want to, you had fear, you didn't take a leap, or you felt very scattered in your energy, or you were unprepared, maybe even felt cynical that something was going to happen, you felt apathy, and then suddenly something is coming back around. Six of Cups is a return energy, just like the Judgment card. So this could be like, for example, someone from your past sort of thinking about you, reaching out and saying, hey, Taurus, I've got an opportunity for you. Would you like to connect to it? And you're like, yeah, that'd be great. This is like a gift. It can also be a gift from the universe. As you can see, a big old cup there coming towards you. A dream opportunity sort of resurfacing. Some of you may be connecting to a job that you, or an opportunity that you loved doing a long time ago, but you had to leave it for whatever reason. But there's a second wind here. There is a sort of like a something that you felt disappointed about. I feel like it's coming back around again. And maybe something that, for example, if you've been doing something for a long time and you wanted to elevate to a new position, maybe a raise or a promotion or something like that, and you were passed over, I feel like it's coming back around, and this time it's your turn. This time it's yours, okay? Because I feel like you're being offered this, and it's an exciting opportunity. Now, you may be worried about this. This opportunity may come out of nowhere, and because I feel like it is a surprise, and you may have been unprepared for it. So then you're trying to work out whether you take it or not. Okay, I'm going to pull another card there for you. Six of Cups is Six of Cups is like a need to return to the good old days. And if you feel like the good old days were in the past, I feel like you're starting to return to that joyful energy of the good old days, but now they're in the present, okay? Two of Wands in the reverse. Something that has been put on pause for a long time, okay? Put on pause for a very long time. They're showing me there's movement, okay? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. For some of you, it could be travel delays. You were going on holiday or vacation and things have had to be delayed, and now you're like, oh, but it's coming back around. Now you're going to be going on that vacation, for example. So it just feels like something is returning. The Queen of Swords is, you being really self-sufficient. You sort of like having an idea of what you want, gaining clarity of purpose. You set your intention, you've aligned yourself with what you want, and it's showing up in your world. You no longer have to wait for that, but it's an opportunity that you're going to grab with both hands. The Queen of Swords is someone who is a decision maker, someone who's very straightforward, realistic, and sort of like very clever and direct, and says, this is what I want, and therefore this is what it shall be. So I feel like you're negotiating a better deal, or you've got a strategy, whatever this strategy is. I feel like you're being rewarded. There's a recognition for all of your hard work here, okay? Now, your advice to yourself in this moment, the Death card, something needs to change. Something needs to change, but remember, you are in a position to change your circumstances. So I feel like you're taking that power, that energy, that drive, you're taking the bull by the horns literally, and you're changing your circumstances. The Death card indicates you're releasing any blockages, anything that's been like an old pattern, or something that you felt is stagnant or has been resisting you. I feel like you're taking the initiative to change your circumstances, and you're elevating as a result. This card is a harbinger of transformation. So I feel there is real sort of like dominance here, where there's an evolution, a rite of passage. If you felt like you've been going through a test, you're making progress on that test, and it's coming to a conclusion. It's also an energy of rising from the ashes, sort of releasing anything even if it's a loss, you know, you're chalking it down to experience, and you're saying, you know what, next. And I feel like you're moving on to something that's a lot more successful. Also, we've got the Emperor energy here. Now, the Emperor is all about power, leadership, strategy, planning. So this is the external circumstances. So right now, for example, the Emperor could represent world leaders, for example, sort of setting rules and regulations and things that we have to sort of abide by. But it could also be, you know, those in power sort of are creating a strategy or a plan for the next sort of 6 months. So for example, it could be, you know, inflation going up. It could be like taxes going up. It could be something is changing in terms of business, because the Emperor tends to be business. So it's almost like you are saving for that rainy day, you're protecting your finances, and you're being inspired to either have a new idea in order to make more money, or you are thinking about changing something in your life, or returning to something. I just keep getting this energy of returning to something, okay, in June. Now, also with the Emperor card, I feel like you're in control of whatever is going on with you, but you've had a lot of responsibility. So I feel, you know, you're trying to manage your time a little bit more effectively in the month of June, and leave time for you to have new ideas, explore them, have, you know, because I feel if you're always doing what you're always doing this schedule, I just keep getting this energy of a schedule, because they're actually showing me a timetable right now. Maybe someone's drawn themselves up a timetable to be more time efficient, or they're just showing me that sometimes it gets a little bit dull. It gets a little bit, you're like in this boredom energy. And, you know, the Emperor, the tradition of this card back in the day, the Emperor always used to have the Fool in the background, because the Fool was always a reminder to have fun, to lighten up a little bit. So if you've been feeling a little bit stuck in a rut where you've had a lot of responsibility and it's made you feel a little bit serious, then I feel like you're finding an opportunity to find play or fun, or be a little bit more open-hearted or light-hearted about things in the month. Remember, life happens when we are balanced. If we're only focusing on money, or we're only focusing on pleasure, you know, something's out of balance. We need to have all areas covered for us to accomplish peace of mind, or true contentment. So, but I feel like this is you on the path to success. You're knocking something out of the park. So if you're starting in a king position, really good position, right? Then you're heading to the Emperor position, which is top trump position, then I feel like you're elevating in the month of June. There's either promotion or a new opportunity where you elevate. Could be new income attached to it, because we go from the Six of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles, and it feels like you're home. It feels like you're right where you want to be, okay? Now, it could also be with that Six of Cups that someone from your past, as I said, that you used to work with, or that you're friends with, pops out of nowhere with an opportunity. So I feel like this is something that you're really wrestling with, but it seems like a really good opportunity. Check with your intuition. Make sure, you know, especially if there's any contracts with the Justice card there, make sure that you don't bind yourself something that you want to get out of eventually. Read all the small print, the dotted line, and all of those things, okay? Yeah, so I really feel here that you're someone who gives good advice, but also I feel like you may be getting advice. Now, advice comes in many forms. It can mean that you're reaching out to someone who's in a position of power, or in a position to help you in some way, like a mentor, something like that. But it could also be that you're looking online, for example, for answers, or a way of learning how to do something to enhance your skills or enhance your finances in some way, because Gemini, the new moon in Gemini actually connects to the internet, okay? So for you, my beautiful Taurus, that Gemini energy will actually make you source things out on the internet a little bit more. I mean, everybody will be a bit more focused on the internet during this time. But Three of Cups, this is the hope and fear position. Three of Cups is about celebration. This is about something that you will be really excited about. You may celebrate with your friends, but this is about commonality. People coming together, recognizing that they are all kind of like in the same boat, like wanting to achieve similar things in order to just live a good life. I mean, that is the goal there. You know, just be able to have a life where there's enough money, where you can have a little bit of luxury, and, you know, not always be sort of like number crunching all the time. For some of you, you're coming up to retirement age, and you may be wondering, what do I do in retirement? What am I really excited about? What shall I spend my time doing? How do I make my money work for me and be really effective? So I feel like you're learning something and sort of celebrating you. I know that sounds really strange, but I feel like you're celebrating you in some way in the month of June, for a job well done, for putting yourself in a really good position. Three Cups is also a card of getting out there, having fun. So the fear is like, if you spend your time going out and having fun, then you may feel like you're not paying attention to your responsibilities. And then when you got too much responsibility, you may be like, I should be having more fun. So you're feeling a bit frustrated, that push and pull energy. But I feel you do find that balance, especially in June, okay? Now the fear with this position is you may feel like you don't have much support. Okay, or you feel like you may feel a little bit on your own in this decision, because it can mean that, especially when you're wrestling with something, you may feel like no one understands your position, or no one understands what it means to be you in this decision point. So you can always ask your friends, reach out and see if they've got any advice whatsoever. But I feel you will be looking for, you will be getting some good advice that will help you. Now it could be from a friend, it could be from an advisor or something like that. But I really feel this Judgment energy, it's like a revitalization. I feel you're going to get this boost of energy that helps you accomplish a lot of things. You're going to be very productive in a really positive way in June, where you feel like also you're enjoying yourself. You're not just being stuck in the mud in a schedule, okay? Now the outcome energy is the Hierophant. Now this is about dedication. Dedication to whatever it is that you're working on. It will bear fruit. But also, this is a call to have faith. Have faith in your path. Have faith that the universe is working things behind the scenes to bring you what you need. And there is going to be two opportunities, I feel, that pop out where you're like, that's really interesting. I wasn't even thinking of something like that. That was great. I really need that though. The universe is bringing you what you need. Now, the Hierophant, a lot of you are also going to be connecting to a bit more spiritual practice like meditation, or trying to quieten your mind so that you can really listen to your heart to make this decision. Okay, it will not lead you astray. Your heart will tell you exactly where you're meant to be. So you're really connecting to that space. And it's you looking at all the effort you put into things and how it feels. Whether you feel like you're getting something out of it. You know, we all, for example, you may be, because the Hierophant is all about learning as well. So you may be educating yourself on something, whether you're seeking a mentor, or whether you're, deciding to become a teacher, or whether you are learning, going through some sort of learning process where you get a certificate to help you add some strings to your bow to earn more money. Whatever it is here, I feel like your investment in your dedication is key, and it will pay off. Okay, the Hierophant can also be that you're sort of binding yourself to something a little bit more long term. This is a longevity card, okay? But have faith. I do feel like whatever it is, the people in power, for example, I feel like you're being noticed. So if you work in a company, I feel like people are taking note of your hard work and they want to elevate you. They may even give you a new project to inspire you to move towards a promotion, for example. Or to, reach out and say, hey, you've been doing a really good job. Here's, a raise. It's not much, but it's something to let you know that we appreciate you, okay? So I do feel like if you're in a company, for example, you're being noticed by those in the hierarchy. But also, if you work for yourself, I feel like, there are people here who are really respecting you. They actually are in awe of everything that you've worked really hard for, and they aspire to a similar lifestyle. Now, I don't know if you noticed, I looked over here. My guide just touched me here on the arm, okay? And they just, as I looked, there's no ladybug there, but I saw an image of a ladybug, okay? So either you're sitting there and a ladybug had landed on your arm at some space, at some time. They're just pointing here, so I don't really know what this is. Either there's something lucky. I mean, maybe someone's got a tattoo of a ladybird, or maybe you're on the subway and you see someone who's got a tattoo of a ladybug in the next couple of weeks. Please look out for that. or maybe someone has one land here. So please look out for that. I'm not really sure of the significance of it here, okay? Maybe you do. It would be great if you could enlighten me. I'll look it up as well to see what's going on there. Now, also, we've got the Queen of Cups. As you can see, the Queen of Cups, very protective of that. It's like a big old chalice there. This, so I feel this is the dream. Cups always connect to emotions, dreams, the dreamscape, things that you're trying to accomplish. So I feel like you're protecting a goal or a dream. And, you know, also I feel like you are sensitive, a little bit more sensitive than usual. You're doing something with love. And I feel you're understanding that your dedication will pay off eventually, but it's been a difficult journey. So you're trying to have faith along the way to keep yourself motivated, okay? Also with the Queen of Cups, that is a reminder that all the responsibilities make some time for you. This is a card of self-love, of self-care, but also, you know, healing yourself. If you've been going through a difficult situation, it's time to take a step back and heal yourself. Give yourself some time to sort of like kick back, relax. Also, it can mean that if, for example, you're a parent and you've been doing a lot for all your children, etc., and you always feel like you're extending your love, your care, your devotion, your energy in all different areas, it's time to take a little moment for you. It's not a selfish act, as I said there. It is about sort of like revitalizing your spirit, so you just are not running on empty, okay? Just so you're aware. But I feel like you're keeping the dream alive in some area of your life, and you've got a hunch. Pay close attention to your hunches, okay? Because you're going to be celebrating something. It's almost like you make a really good move, and you make a really good decision, and I feel you're rewarded because of that. Let me just go and see a little bit more. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful, how would you like to receive? Thank you so much. Beautiful Taurians, what do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to see? No? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Now they're showing me here something that was been very, very difficult that perhaps you are connected to. It can mean that you felt like you missed out on something. One more. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide? Thank you so much. Wow. Yeah. They're showing me here that there's something that either you felt like you missed out on, or something you were manifesting and it hasn't shown up and you've become obsessed by it. And because right now they're showing me the Magician card is all about your focus, okay? You have everything you need within you to accomplish great things. You've got great skill, great talent, you're very creative, you're very powerful, and you are in control. You can, with precision, you can change your circumstances like that. Even if you feel right now that you're bound to a circumstance where you cannot, there is another opportunity coming on in here that shows you that you can change in any direction. They're actually showing me a chessboard right now with the Queen. And it's moving. Now, male or female, not a gender-specific reading. It's about the energy, but they're showing me the moves of this Queen. So I feel like you're putting yourself in a really good position to trump the board, as it were, or you know, checkmate or something like that. I just feel like there's, yeah, I feel like your next move is like really important, and actually you make the right decision, okay? Wow, this Queen is like going crazy. I mean, maybe you're a chess player or you've just played chess as you've been listening to this reading. I'm not really sure, but they're just showing me that chessboard and this Queen going crazy on this chessboard, okay? Anyway, I'll move on from that. We got the Three of Swords, which means the end of difficulty because it's in the reverse. So I feel like you're healing from something, or you're feeling a little bit burnt out, and you know, you're taking some rest. Also, if any challenging situations have been occurring in your world, I feel like they've been disappointing and they may have made you feel obsessive about it. Don't think about the things that you lost out on, because they're in the past now. The Devil card can also be a Capricorn. It doesn't have to be you know, a toxic energy, but if you've been working in a toxic environment, or you've been experiencing a toxic relationship or friendship, I feel like you are releasing that. The Devil card says don't obsess about it. Also, the Devil card is a very important card in the major arcanas. It is to highlight a blockage. It is to notice what the fear could be. The Devil card is to shine a light, to show you the problem that is holding you back. the illusion. Now you've got either side, you've got these 3 cards, and all of these 3 cards mean difficulty, and, you know, giving up on something, or feeling like something didn't show up for you. Okay, so whatever it is, whether it's an opportunity or you felt like the 6 of Wands in the reverse there actually means like retreat after failure, or giving up, lack of confidence on something. Excuse me. And it can mean that an opportunity went in another direction for you. It could also mean, you know, for example, if you were trying to buy a house and you wanted it so bad, but it went to someone else. So it feels like really, it sucks, right? So I feel like you're kind of like, you're getting over this. You're trying not to obsess about it, but it keeps coming back. So you may have identified it as a blockage. Excuse me. Now it could also mean because you feel like you have not been getting anywhere with all the hard work that you've been doing, you may feel like, what's the point? So you may start to procrastinate and feel a little bit like stuck in a rut, especially with that 4 of Cups energy. That 4 of Cups says all of a sudden the universe is going to inspire you once more. Okay, so be ready. And I feel there's a wonderful opportunity. I mean, this is what's below you, which is what you're truly manifesting. It's showing up for you. And the High Priestess is an energy of having faith. Some things are not logical. Sometimes we're not meant to know why things didn't go in the direction that we wanted to. Sometimes we're not meant to realize. We're meant to just learn that, okay, that wasn't meant for us. How can I not be attached to the outcome? How can I not attach myself to these things and recognize that the universe is actually aligning me with something better, okay? The High Priestess is a card of recognizing that sometimes things are just not logical. Things show up out of the blue and it's everything you ever wanted. And the thing that you worked for years, you didn't quite grasp it, but the universe sends you something greater, something better, something that you still want, but it's showing up in a different form. So I feel like you're still manifesting a lot of success here. Now, in terms of relationships, in terms of love, because there is an energy here coming out, I see if you're single, there's definitely someone you're going to be really curious about, let's put it that way. I feel like there's a passionate encounter with somebody, but I do feel like there's 2 energies coming through. One is a new sort of person that really you have a desire to get to know better, but it could it could manifest as a fling, for example, but also there is an opportunity. I guess it's how you view it, because I feel like there's someone here, the Judgment card is a card of second chances, so I feel like there's someone here who returns to your life and sort of like, but you're fed up of this person's behavior, or you're fed up of the pattern, you can't quite make it work. So I feel like you're going to go out, enjoy yourself with friends, and I feel like you will meet somebody, but you're very protective of your heart because of a previous experience. But what starts off as a fling with a new person, I feel actually turns into a higher level of commitment that may even end up in marriage, because I feel like you're saving your heart for a deeper commitment. So I do feel like there's a new person who's coming on in that you're really inspired by, and actually you're fed up of overgiving in situations, and it's like you're enjoying your independent life, your single life. There may be moments like at 3 a.m. where you feel a little bit lonely, but otherwise day to day, I feel like you're enjoying being you and doing you. And I feel that you are, though, going to meet someone who's meant to be on your life's purpose, okay? Now they're just showing me in the water the tiniest little frog, really gorgeous little frog, okay? Now either you just watched a video about frogs, or frogs, they tend to leap, so perhaps there's like a leap of faith required, or you're going to, there's like a stepping stone, there's going to be, I don't know, I just keep seeing a frog, and they're really cute. So maybe you've got a pet frog, or you saw a frog on your way home, or something like that. So please take it as it resonates. Frogs tend to be about good luck, okay? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Grand Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Taurians? What do they need to know? They want one more, okay? Thank you so much, Spirit. Ooh, okay. Okay, so we've got inner knowing and rebirth. As I said, you're getting that second wind energy. It says here, Goose inner knowing. You are a brave traveler. Your soul knows the way. Be confident you will achieve your destination. Loyal friends are always with you. Don't worry, you are blessed. Let yourself fly. Very important message there. And we've also got butterfly rebirth. And it says, you can reinvent yourself, open to the rewards of change. You have brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey. I mean, this card really encompasses everything that's here. You know, you can reinvent yourself. You can do things in any way or shape or form that you choose to, okay? You're not beholden to one thing. There is not just one version of you, Taurus. You can reinvent yourself. And also that love every part of your journey really connects to that sentence, wherever you are, be the soul of that place, okay? So definitely be open to rewards of change, because something that is changing here for you, and you're activating this change, you're in control of this change, it is very rewarding. So I'm very excited about your June for you. I would say that there's 2 surprise opportunities, some really good news that you're going to celebrate, and a little bit more fun. Okay, thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Taurians? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to see? And they want one more. Thank you so much. So we have, I am open to receive. So it's coming into alignment to attract the things that you've been really trying to achieve. Which you will, of course. You know, 24, when you reduce it, is 6. 2 plus 4 is 6, which is the number of balance, harmony. And it does connect to the Lover's card, which is all about choice and aligning yourself with your heart's desire, okay? Also, we have, I have a higher purpose. So that's why you got the Judgment card twice. You're asking the bigger philosophical questions in June about your purpose, where you feel like you belong. And if you're not happy on your path right now, or you feel something is missing, you're making the changes to have a more fulfilling lifestyle so that you can have balance, okay? There is definitely a higher purpose for you. And I feel with, it's 23, when you reduce it, 2 plus 3 is 5, which is the number of the Hierophant card. Your dedication, your hard work, and having faith will take you to where you want to go, okay? I'm just going to get some runes before we close. How many have I got? 1, 2? I'm closing my eyes, so yeah, I like to be surprised by what you get. Okay, so the first one we got here is it's interesting. This rune connects to the birch, okay? So that is about becoming. It is about birth. It is about a goal. So you are becoming. There is something, you know, you're following your heart. Your pure heart is leading you in the direction to create something, okay? Also, we've got, oh, I haven't had this one in a while. Okay, this is definitely, they're showing me Fortune's Wheel, so this has got to be Destiny. It's the dice rune. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so this is also connected to money, destiny, success, but also using your intuition. Also can connect to sensuality. Okay, so can mean that you're meeting somebody that you feel destined to be with. This rune also connects to mystery, the mystery of the universe, how sometimes things just work out. You know, it's almost like if you think to yourself, you know what, I really want to meet new people who can help me with my career. All of a sudden, you're put in a position where you meet or are networking with new people who can enhance your journey. Okay, so I feel like things are not logical for you. Also, we've got, they're actually showing me a railway track here in the water. Because I'm holding the energy, but I'm looking in the water as I hold it to see if I can connect to the energy. But they're showing me a railway track. Now, the railway track can mean that you're going on a journey, or you've just booked a journey, or you're listening to this reading on the subway on a railway track or something like that. So please take it as it resonates. Perhaps you've got a painting or something of a railway track, or you're doing one. I feel it means movement forward. I can't quite grasp the energy of this one. Excuse me. I gotta be honest, I can't quite grasp the energy, so I'm gonna have to look at this one. I'll always be honest and say, oh, I can't quite grasp it. So, okay, so that is basically about limitations and delays. Okay, sometimes we get really frustrated with delays. Oh, maybe someone's sitting on a train right now and they're in delays. There's a delay on the track or something, and that's why you're like feeling frustrated. Maybe that's why I'm seeing that as I touch this. But anyway, moving on, this is about you accepting that some things are in delay, and that's just the path. Okay, but I feel like there will be sudden movement. You know what they gave me as well? I heard the word payroll. Payroll. Some of you may have been not paid, or your pay was delayed this month, or something like that. And it may be an internet problem, just so you're aware. Just picking up that there. I hope that's not for anybody, really. I hope I'm wrong on that. Nobody likes to have delayed pay. But anyway, yeah, so I'll leave it like that for you, okay? I hope something resonates here for you, apart from the delayed pay. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very important for me. Also, if you'd like to be with a chance to win a free personal reading, all you have to do is write 5 things down on a piece of paper that you feel have been blocking your path and release them. Find a creative way to release them to the universe, okay? In the comments box below, just put this sentence: I've let it go, now I'm in the flow. And I'll gravitate towards one lucky subscriber on the 28th of June, and I'll announce the winner's name in a video upload only. Now, this is certainly not going to be for everyone, but they just showed me someone doing something to their toes. So if you're listening to this reading and you're doing something, I just saw toes really up close, like, I mean, you could be painting your toes, you could be clipping your toenails, you could be doing, I'm not really sure what's happening with the toes. I just got an image of toes really up close. Okay, so yeah, I'm not really a feet kind of person, so having an image like that, I'm like, ooh. But anyway, it is what it is. I'm just going to tell you what the image is that I saw there, so I'm going to leave it like that. Not to say that that person hasn't got nice toes. I'm just not a fan of feet. Anyway, they take me to where I need to go. That's that, and I love them for that. So let me just leave it there, okay? Thank you so much, my beautiful Taurus. Love and light.